Welcome back to the channel, USA Coins 69, coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and curious treasure seekers. Today, we're uncovering the fascinating story behind one of the most captivating coins in American numismatics, the 1971 Lincoln penny with a mint mark. This little copper cent, which many may overlook as common pocket change, actually holds a remarkable history and value that will surely surprise you. Stick around because by the end of this deep dive, you'll understand why a single 1971 Lincoln penny with the right mint mark and condition can be worth an astounding amount of money. The Lincoln cent is a cornerstone of American currency, first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the decades, this penny has been a steady companion in the daily lives of millions, featuring Lincoln's dignified profile on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back during the era we're discussing. By 1971, the design had already become iconic, but the coin itself was entering a fascinating period marked by subtle minting variations and notable production quirks that make certain pennies from that year extraordinarily valuable. Let's set the scene. The United States in 1971 was experiencing a period of social change and economic challenges. The penny, despite its low monetary value, was minted in huge numbers across different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. While most coins passed unnoticed in circulation, some coins from the Denver and San Francisco mints exhibit special characteristics that have made them the holy grail for coin collectors. One of the most exciting aspects about the 1971 Lincoln penny is the occurrence of minting errors that happened during production. Errors like double die obverse or repunched mint marks are among the rarest and most sought after. A double die occurs when the die used to strike the coin's design mistakenly impresses the details twice, creating a shadow or doubled image effect on parts of the coin, often the date or the inscriptions. When this happens on a 1971 penny, it creates a striking visual anomaly that immediately sets the coin apart from ordinary pennies. Another rare feature is the repunched mint mark, where the mint mark letter, such as the D for Denver or S for San Francisco, appears doubled or overlapped due to being stamped multiple times by the minting press. These subtle but distinct errors require a keen eye or magnification to detect, but once found, they turn a regular penny into a highly collectible piece. Condition plays a critical role in determining the value of any coin, and the 1971 Lincoln penny is no exception. Coins that have circulated heavily typically lose much of their detail and luster. But those that have been carefully preserved, showing crisp details and original mint shine, known as uncirculated coins, are incredibly valuable. When a mint error is combined with a pristine condition coin, the value can increase exponentially. Over the years, collectors and investors have become increasingly aware of these rare 1971 pennies. The market has responded accordingly, with auctions showcasing specimens that demonstrate clear mint errors and perfect preservation. The rarity of these coins, coupled with growing demand, has driven prices up to astonishing heights. But why do these pennies hold such value? The answer lies not only in their rarity but in the story each coin tells. These pennies capture a moment in history, the craftsmanship and human error of the minting process, the cultural significance of Abraham Lincoln's legacy, and the changing tides of the early 1970s. For collectors, owning one of these coins is like holding a tangible piece of American history. Now, after understanding the design, minting anomalies, condition importance, and market demand, it's time to reveal the jaw-dropping worth of a 1971 Lincoln penny with a mint mark that features these rare characteristics and remains in pristine condition. This coin can fetch an incredible price of $197,000. Yes, that's right, $197,000 for a coin that originally had a face value of just 1 cent. This astonishing valuation is a reminder that in the world of coin collecting, the smallest details and rarest errors can transform something ordinary into an extraordinary treasure. So next time you find a 1971 penny, especially one with a Denver or San Francisco mint mark, take a moment to examine it closely. You might just be holding a coin worth a small fortune. Today, we're zeroing in on a coin that most people think of as simple pocket change, the United States 1979 Lincoln penny with a mint mark. But don't let its humble appearance fool you. This seemingly ordinary penny hides a fascinating history, intriguing minting quirks, and a value that might just blow your mind. So, get comfortable and stay tuned, because by the end of this deep dive, you'll understand why a 1979 Lincoln penny with the right mint mark and condition can be worth a jaw-dropping sum. The Lincoln penny has long been a staple of American currency. First issued in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the design featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse has become one of the most enduring images in U.S. coinage history. By 1979, this penny had been circulating for 7 decades and had become a silent witness to the everyday lives of Americans across the nation. But like many coins, not all pennies are created equal, especially when you start looking closely at the mint marks and subtle differences. The year 1979 was a time of change and economic flux in the United States. The penny minted that year was produced at multiple mints: Philadelphia, with no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. While millions of these coins were released into circulation, only a tiny fraction possess characteristics that set them apart and drive their value into the stratosphere. One of the key factors that makes the 1979 Lincoln penny special is the existence of mint errors, unique anomalies that occurred during the production process. These errors include the highly sought-after double die obverse, where the design elements such as the date or lettering appear double due to an error in the die used to strike the coins. This creates a striking visual effect that's both rare and attractive to collectors. The double die variety from 1979 is among the most prized errors in the Lincoln cent series. Another fascinating error to look out for is the repunched mint mark. This occurs when the mint mark, usually a D for Denver or S for San Francisco, is stamped more than once on the coin's die, resulting in a visible doubling or shadow effect on the mint mark itself. This subtle but unmistakable mistake makes the coin stand out and greatly increases its desirability among numismatists. Of course, condition is paramount when it comes to the value of any coin. Most 1979 pennies found in circulation show significant wear, loss of luster, and surface damage, which keeps their value close to face value. But an uncirculated 1979 Lincoln penny with mint errors and a sharp, clear strike can command a price far above what most people imagine. Coins that retain their original mint shine and show no signs of wear or damage are the holy grail for collectors and can demand exponentially higher prices. Over the years, a handful of these rare error pennies from 1979 have surfaced in pristine condition, often graded by professional services as mint state with top-notch quality. These coins have become highly sought after by both collectors and investors who recognize their rarity and potential for future appreciation. But why does this particular penny hold such tremendous value? It's not just about rarity, it's about history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovering a tangible piece of the past that few others possess. Each of these pennies represents a snapshot of the minting process, a moment frozen in time when an error occurred and nature's chance intervened. For collectors, owning such a coin is about more than money, it's about holding a piece of American heritage. Now, after understanding the design, minting anomalies, condition importance, and growing market demand, let's reveal the true value of a 1979 Lincoln penny with a mint mark that features these rare error characteristics and remains in impeccable condition. This coin can command an astounding price of $190,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $190,000 for a penny that was originally worth just 1 cent. This incredible valuation highlights how, in the numismatic world, the smallest differences and rarest mistakes can turn an everyday coin into an extraordinary treasure. So next time you come across a 1979 penny, especially one from the Denver or San Francisco Mint, take a moment to examine it carefully. You might just be holding a coin worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might look like your everyday penny but is actually a rare gem, the 1974 Lincoln penny with a mint mark. It might surprise you to learn that this humble 1-cent piece holds a story full of intrigue and can be worth an incredible amount of money if you know what to look for. So, buckle up, because this is going to be a long, fascinating journey through history, minting mysteries, and the coin market. Let's start with some background. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency for over a century, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Its design is one of the most enduring in U.S. coinage history, with Lincoln's dignified profile on the obverse and, during the years around 1974, the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what makes the 1974 Lincoln penny especially interesting is that it was minted during a turbulent time in America and the world, which makes coins from this era particularly collectible, especially those with rare features or mint errors. The year 1974 was a time of economic uncertainty in the United States, with the country facing inflationary pressures and the aftermath of the oil crisis. Yet, even in this challenging time, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing billions of pennies across several mint locations. The pennies from that year came primarily from the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint, marked with a D, and the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. Most of these coins were released into everyday circulation, making them quite common, but within this sea of common pennies lie hidden treasures. One of the main reasons the 1974 Lincoln penny is so prized is because of its mint errors, especially the double die obverse error. This occurs when the coin die, a metal stamp used to impress the design onto blank coin planchets, is mistakenly struck twice in slightly different positions. The result is a noticeable doubling effect on the coin's date, lettering, or design elements. For 1974 pennies, this doubling can be seen most clearly on the date and the word Liberty, creating a dramatic and eye-catching effect. Such double die pennies are rare and highly sought after by collectors because each coin with this error is unique, a real piece of minting history. Additionally, some 1974 pennies feature repunched mint marks. This happens when the mint mark, the small letter indicating where the coin was minted, is stamped more than once, causing a shadow or doubling effect on the mint mark itself. These subtle variations are often hard to spot without magnification, but once identified, they make the coin much more valuable. Beyond the errors, condition is absolutely key in determining the worth of any coin. Pennies that have spent years in circulation generally show signs of wear, corrosion, and scratches, which drastically reduce their value. However, uncirculated pennies, those that look fresh from the mint with their original luster and no signs of handling, can command astronomical prices, especially if they display any of the rare errors mentioned. These pristine coins are like time capsules, perfectly preserved examples of the mint's craftsmanship. In recent years, collectors have become increasingly interested in 1974 Lincoln pennies, especially those from the Denver and San Francisco mints with rare errors and excellent condition. Professional grading companies have certified some of these coins as mint state 65 or higher, which means they are near-perfect examples. As demand for such high-quality coins grows, so too does their market value, making them not only beautiful collectibles but also excellent investments. Why does this matter? Because a coin is more than just money, it's a piece of history. Each 1974 Lincoln penny with its mint mark and potential errors tells a story about the technology, economy, and culture of its time. Collectors cherish these coins because they connect us with the past and remind us of the fascinating details behind everyday objects. After all this fascinating detail, you might be wondering, how much could one of these special pennies be worth? Well, a 1974 Lincoln penny with a mint mark, in uncirculated condition and featuring rare mint errors like the double die obverse or repunched mint mark, can fetch an astonishing price of $170,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $170,000 for a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent. It's incredible to think about how something so small and seemingly ordinary can hold such extraordinary value. So next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out for that 1974 Lincoln penny. You never know, it might just be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a coin that may seem like just another penny, but is actually a rare treasure, the 1978 United States Lincoln penny with a mint mark. You might be surprised to learn that this humble 1-cent piece carries a legacy, secrets, and potential value that can make it a true jackpot for collectors and investors alike. So settle in, because we're about to explore the rich history, unique features, and astounding market worth of this fascinating coin. Let's begin by setting the stage with some historical context. The Lincoln penny, as many of you know, has been an enduring symbol of American coinage since it was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Featuring the iconic profile of the 16th president on the obverse, the design quickly became a beloved and lasting image in U.S. currency. By 1978, the penny had been around for nearly 7 decades, witnessing major cultural, political, and economic shifts in the United States. The year 1978 itself was an interesting period for the country. The United States was navigating through a complex economic environment marked by inflation concerns and the tail end of the energy crisis. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Mint was producing pennies in massive quantities, primarily at 3 mints, Philadelphia, with no mint mark, Denver, marked D, and San Francisco, marked S. While millions of these coins entered circulation, it's the subtle nuances and minting anomalies in some of these pennies that have captured the fascination of collectors today. Now, what exactly makes the 1978 Lincoln penny with a mint mark so special? The answer lies in the intricate details of the coin's minting process and the rare errors that sometimes occurred. One of the most captivating features collectors hunt for in this series is the double die obverse error. This minting mistake happens when the die strikes the blank coin planchet twice, but slightly misaligned, creating a doubled image of the date, lettering, or design elements on the front of the coin. On 1978 pennies, this can manifest as a noticeable doubling on the year 1978, the word liberty, or even the motto, "In God We Trust." These double die coins are highly prized because they are not only rare but visually striking, offering a glimpse into the complexities of coin production. In addition to double dies, some 1978 pennies are sought after for their repunched mint marks. This phenomenon occurs when the mint mark, usually a D or S, is stamped more than once, resulting in a shadow or double impression of the letter. This subtle but distinct variation can significantly enhance a coin's collectability and value, especially when combined with strong overall condition. Speaking of condition, it's crucial to understand how important a coin's state of preservation is to its worth. Most 1978 pennies in circulation today show varying degrees of wear, including scratches, discoloration, and loss of luster. These factors tend to keep their market value near face value or just a few cents above. But when you find a 1978 Lincoln penny with a mint mark that is uncirculated, meaning it has never been used in commerce, retains all its original mint shine, and shows no signs of wear, it becomes an entirely different story. These coins are rare and precious, particularly when paired with mint errors or special characteristics. What makes the uncirculated 1978 Lincoln penny with mint mark and errors so exciting for collectors? It's the combination of rarity, historical significance, and the thrilling hunt to find one. Over the years, professional grading services have certified a number of these coins as mint state 65 or even higher. A coin with this level of quality is flawless to the naked eye, showcasing crisp details, full luster, and no visible imperfections. As interest in rare coins has surged globally, so too has the value of these extraordinary pennies. Investors and collectors recognize that owning a piece of numismatic history like this is not only rewarding but potentially very lucrative. The market for these coins has grown steadily, and prices have soared as fewer pristine examples remain available. Now, after walking through the history, the minting quirks, the importance of condition, and the collector demand, let's reveal the true potential worth of the 1978 Lincoln penny with a mint mark that displays these remarkable error features in top condition. This coin can command an incredible price of $177,000, yes, you heard that right, $177,000 for a coin that originally entered circulation as just 1 cent. This astounding valuation shows just how much value can be packed into something so small when history, rarity, and craftsmanship come together. So next time you stumble upon a 1978 Lincoln penny with a mint mark, take a closer look. You might just be holding a coin worth a small fortune.